April 25th. My name is Bill McCamley. I'm a state representative from Las Cruces and Mesilla in New Mexico with your legislative update for the day. So over a year ago, there were 10 bills that were vetoed by Susana Martinez through the legislative process, and no one knows why she vetoed them. These bills were passed almost unanimously. I think they had a total of 12 or 13 no votes among all of them between both houses of the legislature. And the reason that no one knows why she vetoed them is because she didn't put a reason on her veto messages. Now, the state constitution requires that when the governor decides to veto a bill by the legislature, that she can do so, but she has to state her reason for doing so. And since she didn't do it, no one knows why she did. The legislature took her to court, and just today, it's been a year and a few months since this process started, the legislature finally got a ruling by the New Mexico Supreme Court in our favor. Now, most of these bills were really generic. There was a bill in there about horse racing regulations. There was one that allowed for cities a little bit more flexibility in doing broadband, but there's two I want to talk to you about today. The first allows for legalized hemp production in New Mexico. Now, this is according to the federal farm bill. And so what the farm bill requires is that the states that want to do this have to have their agricultural institutions set up rules for research regarding industrial hemp. Now, some states have been very strict on this. Other states have said, well, you're a farmer, go grow your hemp and then tell us how you do and we'll do research on it. So right now, that is now allowed in the state as long as New Mexico State University, which is the agricultural institution for the state, sets up the rules for how they need to proceed. So hopefully now the Department of Agriculture, which is under New Mexico State, and their Board of Regents can decide how this is going to happen. But that should hopefully happen sooner rather than later. Second bill that I wanted to talk to you about was allowing for computer science to count as a math or a science credit in our state for high school kids. There are many other states that do this. It's really important as these kinds of educational opportunities lead to good jobs down the road, and we need to have more science, technology, engineering, and math opportunities. That was one that I actually worked on pretty closely, and so I'm really glad that now that is allowed in New Mexico. So that's good news for those people that like good quality economic development and good education. And as always, if you have questions or comments on these or any of the issues, I'd love to answer them and hope everyone's having a really wonderful Wednesday night. Thanks.